Don't touch that dial. You're tuned in to the Dread Podcast Network.
Welcome to Development Hell. For every horror movie that hits V.O.D, countless others end up D.O.A. Development Hell is the podcast dedicated to unearthing these cursed horror productions. We're going to find out what went wrong, and then decide if these titles still stand a shot at the green light. I am your host, Josh Korngut. I am the managing editor of Dread Central. I am also a filmmaker in Toronto, Canada. This podcast is a proud member of the Dread Podcast Network. Hello everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Development Hell. On today's very special bonus episode, we're going to be taking a detour from unearthing horror films that were never made into talking about one that was in fact made and is also likely one of the most anticipated horror films of the year. That is right, we are talking all about Scream 6 today, and I am thrilled to let you know that we are talking with some of the people involved in making this film. Today we have interviews with the directing and filmmaking team behind Scream 6. We'll be talking to directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, along with Chad Villella, who is producer on the film. These three gentlemen together are known by Radio Silence. They have made a couple of really extraordinary films, including Ready or Not and Scream 5. I'm a huge fan of these guys, and I can't wait for you to hear my interview. If you want to know exactly how I feel about Scream 6, you can head over to Dread Central and find my review. There will be no spoilers, but I do want you to know I loved it. Okay, and that's it. Get ready for my interview with Radio Silence.
What's up, Josh?
Hi, how are you? It's good to see you.
Matt, after the positive response to Scream 5, was the pressure greater this time, or did it feel kind of alleviated?
I think it felt, we've talked about this a lot, where we felt a greater pressure because it was that weird thing of like, wow, we did that. Yeah, like, oh my God, why would we go try to do that again? That was such a, the threading that needle was like such a tightrope walk. And sorry for mixing metaphors, but I can go further with it. No, but we love the team and everybody involved so much that there was no way we weren't going to do it when the opportunity came to go do it again. But I think one of the things that we kind of just internally did with ourselves is we had a conversation where like, we can't let this be about that pressure to like, we can't feel that pressure. We just have to, in a weird way, say, fuck it. Let's go make the movie we want to make.
Make it like
make it, exactly. We talked about Ready or Not a lot. We were like, let's have that energy we had on Ready or Not with this movie, where it's just like, we're just doing it. Everybody's on board. And, I think you feel that in the movie, hopefully.
Tyler, what has your experience been like with this fandom?
They're wonderful. It's the most generous, thoughtful, like educated group. It's incredible. I think that one of the things that's been a real guiding light for us is that we know that the fans hold these films to a really high standard, and that to achieve anything in this franchise, you have to really be paying attention. And it's really nice knowing that you have a group of people who if you do your job, will be there, will show up for you. I think that all fandoms have a bit of a dark corner. Obviously, we're poking fun at that in the last movie, but for us, our experience by and large has been just wildly positive and supportive.
Yeah,
awesome. Okay, Chad. It was really cool to see Samara Weaving in another film of yours. Did you have this part in mind for her?
I think as soon as we read this for Scream 6, the intro for Scream 6, we thought Samara would be a fantastic person to have in this movie and just to bring her into the Scream universe. Obviously, we're the biggest Samara fans in the world, and we would work with her on any possible movie that we could, and I think that will always be a goal of ours. So it was really nice being able to bring her into this universe. A lot of fun casting other things, because I think we just all love this cast more than anything. Like it's become our new family over the last 3 years. And being able to like see everybody again this weekend and just get together, when we all get together, it's so nice. We've built new friendships along the way, and it's something that we definitely cherish very much.
For all of you, it was really cool seeing the last podcast on the left reference this time and the Dead Meat reference last time. What are some of your favorite horror podcasts besides those guys?
We listened to Lore, fan of Lore for a hot minute.
Nice.
I thought Horror, but Steal the Stars was a really great podcast. I mean, definitely like horror adjacent. Serial stuff.
Morbid podcast with Elena Nash, I think, is like something.
They're nasty. That show is gross.
Yeah, they go there.
They do.
Fans of Last Podcast is the one that
Last Podcast
keep going back to.
It's killer. I'm going to give this one to you, Chad, but it's really for all of you. On a scale from 1 to 10, how dead is Jill Roberts?
Tell us, Chad.
11?
11? Oh, that's too good. And do you guys stand by that?
Cut him loose. Send him to the fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody can come back. This is
Yeah.
The sixth film in the franchise.
Come on.
Do you think that there's more story for Jill out there?
I mean, we love Jill. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I feel like you're asking for yourself. This is a very personal line of questioning, isn't it?
It's for me. It's for everyone. Just doing the important work. How mapped out is Scream 7? And was there a master plan even before going into Scream 5 for multiple films?
I don't think there was a master plan. If there was, we weren't aware of it. And, we're not sure what's up with Scream 7 yet. But we do think that one of the greatest things about Scream as a franchise is that it can keep kind of rebuilding itself and reinventing itself. So, in our minds, Scream will go on long after we're gone.
There were some awesome visual references to Friday the 13th. I'm curious, did you guys revisit Jason Takes Manhattan at all before diving into this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, working on a movie that is such a celebration of all movies and of, horror culture, we really take pains to do our homework with that stuff. I think what we learned, for as much as we love that movie, is that we also wanted this movie to feel like the city was really a character, and it wasn't just a backdrop, that it actually had a real role to play in how the different set pieces play out. But are huge fans of that movie.
Did you ever consider setting half of this movie on a boat just to fuck with people?
Could afford a boat. Yeah, no way.
Okay. Who do you think of this entire cast would make the best sleuth in real life? Like, if you had to assign any of them to a real life case, who would it be and why?
I'd probably go to Jenna first. She seems to be astute into what's going on with everybody else in the cast really well. So I think she would suss out suspects really quickly. So that's who I would go to.
Oh, that's a good answer. I loved the Abe Snake reference. It was fast, but I love that it was there. Whose idea was that? How did that get put in there?
That was Spencer from Ice Nine Kills, the singer of Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah.
Noticed it, but there's a little flyer for the band on the refrigerator.
Okay.
And we have gotten friendly with him over the last couple of years, and he sent us that to put in the scene, and he put on there Abe's Snake Pit as the location of their show. And we saw that, we're like, oh, let's steal that. Let's do that on the bodega. So yeah, Spencer from Ice Nine Kills.
And my last question, it's for all of you. Was there ever one movie, horror movie or otherwise, that really fucked you up as a kid or growing up, that stuck with you forever? And what would it be?
Oh man, The People Under the Stairs fucked me up really, really hard when I first watched it. It's still in my system, that movie. My first watch of it scared me to my core.
Yeah, for me it was Elm Street. I mean, I saw that when I was way too young. A friend's brother's VHS. That whole thing, that cliche.
Yeah.
And that really fucked me up. And then also all of the religious ones, like The Omen and The Exorcist,
yeah,
those fuck me up on a level where I'm like, I don't know if it's because I was raised Catholic or what, but like I like I don't even really like watching them because I don't want to mess with that shit. You know what I mean? It's like that level. Like, oh, I mean, I've seen it. It's like that's a level that's a little much for me.
Yeah. And for me, it was E.T. E.T. really fucked me up. I didn't revisit it again until about maybe 2 years ago, since when I was 6, because
Wait,
just had,
Your first rewatch was like 6 years ago?
I just had E.T. nightmares my entire childhood.
I mean, he's a little freak, so I understand. Thanks, guys. Congrats on the movie, and it was great chatting with you today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good to chat with you.
All right.
Thank you so much for listening to Development Hell. If you enjoy this podcast, then please do us a major favor of leaving us 5 stars and writing a positive review. It really makes all the difference in the world. We'll see you next week with a brand new episode of Development Hell.
Thank you for listening to the Dread Podcast Network.